what to expect. We'll have a whopping 16 teams competing at EWC. The Champions Clash will
you hear that?
Qualify for the event.
Big announcement.
Oh,
Look at my
shit.
screen. Look at your screen.
Oh shit, I'm looking at my screen. 3 slots.
And then there's a
2
bonus
slots for
plus.
Korea, those poor bastards. How does Korea get... Oh, how does Korea get less
Asia.
spots than China?
No, it
That's
gets
not very...
4 spots for Asia.
No, but one's Japan
Oh no,
and
sorry,
one's
yeah,
Pacific.
I thought it was just 4. No, it's, yeah, they've divided Japan and Pacific up. So they're actually getting
Poor
scammed.
China 3 is insane for a 1-team region.
I'm rewinding a little bit because people missed it. The last one is Esports World Cup Last Chance Qualifier.
How the fuck does that look?
I don't know.
Interesting.
So the last 2 here, the ones behind my cam, are Faceit League Latin America, so South America, and Esports World Cup Last Chance Qualifier. But I don't know what that. I don't know what that is.
Interesting. Last Chance Qualifier.
And then wait, was that confirmation of the format? Confirmation of the format. Playoffs is an 8-team single elim. We're gonna is same format as last year then with the 4 groups into that.
Our teams will be competing for their on July 31st. Tickets for the event are available.
So is that
4 days again? $1 million prize pool. Not same format? What's the difference?
What are they playing for and when is it happening? Our teams will be competing for their
Was that only 6 teams single elim last year? Or was it 18?
I think it was 9. That would make sense. It was 3 groups of...
We just get loads of dubs back to back. I mean, the
But I don't know.
Oh, was it 12 went
Was it
through
not
last
12?
year? Oh, so
Yeah, it
it's
was
shorter.
12.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the other way.
I mean, man, hey, we're like
12 teams and 4 got a bye. So we're doing no buys this year, and it's just going to be a straight... 8 teams go out, 8 teams go straight into a single elim bracket.
That's reasonable, I think. Single elim is so shit, though. Surely... Yeah, I don't know. I really hate single elim, but maybe it's needed.
I don't know. I think that what you need... I think I said this before, like when we talked about this last year as well, but like what you want with single elim isn't a problem as long as your group stage is robust again. Because again, we touched on it earlier when we talked about this major. What you want out of the major is lots of inter-regional competition and lots of high-stakes matches. Single elim provides you the high-stakes matches. The problem is once we divide them into 4 groups of 4, we really limit the amount of inter-regional play we get. Like, we sort of guarantee 1 in each group, you know? Because obviously, like, even though, like, people aren't really interested in, oh, we're going to see EMEA versus Pacific or whatever necessarily, we want that. The problem is, once we split it into groups, like, if I look at other tournaments where I've seen single lim be played and gone, this single lim hasn't mattered at all. You know, doesn't feel like it's devalued the tournament. I look at some of the CS majors that have done it, and what the CS majors do is obviously they have the luxury of time that we never really have at Overwatch events due to dollar bills, is what they'll do is they'll have like a big round-robin group stage or multiple like almost tournaments before the tournaments where you play like a round-robin group stage, then you go into like 2 separate double elim qualifiers, and then the top 6 teams come out into a single elim for like single elim Saturday and Sunday, you know? But the thing is, doing single elim Saturday, Sunday, where you've had like 2 weeks of seeding and groups and qualifying and all of that, then all of a sudden, we can be pretty content that, 1, we've seen a load of regional, like inter-regional competition, and also, the 6 teams, if they've been crapping out for 2 weeks, we're pretty confident the 6 teams we got deserve to be those 6 teams, right? So it feels like you can't get a lucky group or a lucky win or, you know, one win that basically gets over-rewarded. So I feel like if you want single elim, you need something like that. But inevitably in Overwatch Esports, the longest LAN we have is 4 days. Which is not enough time to do these things. Which is where because, you know, we've just watched a double elim bracket. And while I think we've all enjoyed our Friday and Saturday so far, we'd happily have more of this inter-regional competition as well, right? So I think that's the problem with the esports, or the biggest problem with the esports World Cup format is single elim isn't inherently bad, but it's fine to have a you need a robust group stage to get for it to not feel so bad once you get there.
How is Korea getting less spots than China? That's just criminal. That's actually fucked.
Like, I don't know where the decision making lies in all of this, because I know
Wait,
esports World Cup. Yeah, if you're
When did they
talking
announce
about
it? Just now?
literally just
like
now
5
in
minutes
terms
ago.
of 16 spots, who all the spots go to, and the format. So yeah, so I don't know exactly where the decision making lies, but obviously I think Esports World Cup is always very keen to be like the international event, right?
Yeah.
Like, and now, therefore that's why Latin America's included. That's why Pacific and Japan are included. But the way the regions are divided, Korea is part of Asia. China and North American EMEA are not part of Asia. Maybe the China one more controversial than the others. But what happens is then it's basically 3 spots per region, but Korea actually get 4 spots per region, but they are sharing their region with 2 other nations.
Yeah.
Because this was the same as last year, right? Asia had 4 spots, but they didn't reserve any for individual regions, so we got 4 Korean teams taking all 4 spots.
Yeah, that's valid. I wonder what the last chance qualifier is. You think that's going to be like a smaller tournament LAN or something? Like, because you can't really have a last chance qualifier with just one region, right? You're going to bring like 2 teams per region to a LAN or something?
But who's... Yeah, because it doesn't even determine what it's for. It said winner of this also qualifies. Yeah, so they can get 3 teams there if a Korean team wins the major. So I don't know if it's like an Esports World Cup gamble, essentially, that Korea's going to win. And that's going to... It's going to feel bad at the announcement, and then we get a 3rd Korean team there, and it doesn't feel as bad. And if there's a chance for him to qualify through the last chance qualifier, like, just spitballing.
True, T1.
If you take
like
4th place
like
from every
4...
region and throw them into a LAN and just go.
That would actually be hard. Or like 4-5 or something. Like,
that
would actually be hard.
What's going on?
They announced the slot distribution for EWC.
Ooh, how is it?
2 Korea, 1 Japan, 1 Pacific, 3 NA, EU, China, Champions Clash winner, LATAM, and then there's a last chance.
They just do 2 Korea and then 1 Champions Clash winner, so it's 3 Korea.
There's a last chance qualifier. That's what we're talking about. We're not sure how that works. We're talking about how it might just be like you get like 4th place on every region and throw them into a LAN, and whoever wins gets to go to the event.
I mean, it would be hype as fuck.
That would be such a weird way.
How else can you do a last chance qualifier though?
They could just do it between EU and NA.
That would be the and
what about Korea as well? Though?
Yeah, I mean,
like surely
T1 tournament.
Surely you need T1 there. It's just gonna be fucked when like T1 or Zeta don't go to EWC, but then like I don't know any
Peps.
like China number 3 is
Peps
going.
Again. Peps can do it. They can run it back. Round 2 of the World Cup.
Yeah, LATAM is South America, for those asking. So they've got like a Face It League tournament where basically the winner of a Face It League over there will qualify.
You guys been scrimming Peps a lot, right? Astro, how they doing?
All right. I think they're our only human scrim at the moment.
Wow.
We don't really have any other teams to scrim.
Clearly don't scrim Gen G Esports.
You're right, we haven't.
I wouldn't know. I actually wouldn't know. It's not like I play. They're just getting the EXO treatment where they overperform and then they instantly lose like their most important player.
Yeah.
Just gets Thanos snapped.
I think they weren't that bad in scrims. They could have been so much worse.
Oh wait, Officer Spooky
I don't know who's playing for them actually.
Officer Spooky has a theory. 4th China, 3rd Korea, 4th NA, 4th EU, and 2nd Latin America. Pretty sure they all go to LAN for last chance qualifier.
There's just no way they pay for like 5 teams to go to LAN just for one of them to go to the actual tournament.
Bro, they pay for fucking everything.
Yeah, but
it's canon.
That's just too far.
There's
no way 5 more teams get to go.
I've been sent a screenshot of the schedule, and Overwatch last chance qualifier is in week 2 of EWC.
Oh my god.
What do you mean? Week 2 of EWC? How long before the LAN?
2 weeks. So it's like
a LAN?
EWC's like EWC's a 7-week event. In week 2 of the event, there's the last chance qualifier on LAN, and then in week 4 is the main event.
Oh, I see. So they're gonna fly him to the event, and then one of them stays at the event.
Yes, I think so. It's on. I can.
The rest get to go home.
Artemis is hooking me up right now.
Okay,
Look,
yeah.
look, the MX you can open on the stream.
That's what Spooky's saying as well. Hold on, what are we going?
It's
Okay, let me
insane
get
that they
Wikipedia
fly
up.
5 teams out.
Well, we always talk about money limitations. We were talking about that when we were discussing the current major and the number of teams,
Yeah.
etc., etc. if there's one tournament we have every year that doesn't have money limitations, where am I looking? I'm skimming.
It's a lot.
I'm just looking
Maybe
for
they
the
don't
schedule.
keep them. I mean, that's a long time to keep people there, though. No, like if it's 2 weeks before the thing, and then would you keep them there for 2 weeks before the tournament, or would you fly them home?
I think it doesn't matter if they keep them there for 2 weeks because they rent the entire fucking hotel for the month, right? So, no,
Yeah,
like in a
that's
series,
just
like does
so-
it doesn't actually
holy
up your
fuck.
costs, right? Like you
Oh,
rent the
this is the
hotel for a
meta.
month.
You crash out in 4th place, and then you qual for the LCQ, so you have to stay in the hotel
Free
for 2
boot
extra
camp?
weeks.
Free boot camp. But
Oh,
who are you scrimming?
That's a
Everyone's-
nice. Keep me in that 5-star hotel for 2 more weeks. I'm actually hideously down. No, people don't fly a week before to scrim. People fly like the day of, or
people
like
will
a day
probably
before.
boot camp as well. As well,
Yeah,
because
people boot. Yeah.
what will happen is everyone will go to Korea for boot camp again, probably.
Yes. Yeah.
Which would mean, yeah, if you're still in Riyadh, you're going to either have to also just fuck it, leave Riyadh anyway and go on the boot camp and then come back, or just tank out your scrim bubble. It's going to be shit.
If OWCS wins, China 4th gets a slot.
Yeah,
Don't
once
even
ag-
understand that, man.
once
Don't
again,
even.
could absolutely
Holy
ruin this
fuck.
esports World Cup. They
They're
could-
actually going to nuke the event. Bro, imagine
That's-
Nightmare with this. It's going to be like Timeless or like Rad is going to be EWC.
It's actually so important for T1 and Zeta that Crazy Raccoon and Falcons don't. One of them has to step
Yes.
up. Rush isn't happy about this news. Oh no, T1 in shambles.
No.
Korea 2 slots? Fuck.
That is cursed. Like,
I mean, he's right.
it's funny for us, but holy fuck, how annoying must that be? If you're like Violet, you know, you're
Poor
like,
Zeta, they're always getting coked, I swear.
I'm surprised that Og's still in Overwatch. Like,
Coke
Fuck.
from every land. Maybe they're not like this year. This year they'll change it. This year we'll make it. Another year of getting cucked.
I mean, I feel like someone
we
should
just go-
say it. Someone should say it, right?
yeah,
Should we not just kill all the tiny regions?
yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I think that's against the spirit.
It's a
I think that's-
controversial take, but we should just fucking do it.
Like, I know
I think-
people don't want to say it because they have their tournaments and they all try and they pour effort in. And I'm not against, like, we don't do 0 spots, right? But,
Yeah, we do.
but the fact, because if we add them up, right, that's 3 spots here for teams from smaller regions. It
Because also
feels
you have a spot.
too many. No, but they can play through Pacific this
okay.
season, so they have
Yeah, okay,
that region. People from those countries have a way to qualify.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough one because I think Blizzard did irreparable damage to the smaller regions back in like 2017 or whatever. Like, literally, they can't make the skill gap up ever. I think. And it's like, I guess it's like the spirit of EWC is trying to make it as international as possible, like you said. So they want them there, but for like actual competitive regions, I don't know. It doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, people are talking about like the viewership and does it like I believe it's like it's nicer to market it because you can be like every region in the world and it gives you all these nicer slogans. And I agree the Japan part of it is probably the biggest swing factor of like if we're going to give anyone the spot,
Japan should be there.
Give it to Japan because of the popularity of the game and the scene. But Latin America I think feels really hard to justify. Pacific a unique spot. Yeah, I mean their viewership isn't good. They don't have the same access. It feels harsh, right? Because obviously, also no players and people from that region. But in terms of, we're a small game, right? So we're a small game with limited resources. do we have resources to spare for these sort of small region spots that aren't going to have a major impact when we could just make a bigger, more exciting, more interesting event?
It's like you see, like the LATAM team will attend more like tier 1 events than T1. Like that doesn't really sound right, you know.
Because I think you could even make the same argument for China a little bit. I mean, maybe 3 spots doesn't feel like egregious because there's Rock and CC, but I could see a real argument that China should be down to 2 spots as well, and we should we should buff Korea, maybe do 2 last chance qualifier slots as well, and invite China to that and stuff. Invite Pacific to that or something. Pacific second. If we're gonna fly these teams out, get the 4th from NA EMEA, get the 3rd from China, get the 2nd from, or the 1st from Pacific and Japan, and give them a chance through that. And then you don't cut them out of the system completely, but you say if you want to be in the biggest event of the year, you've got to beat someone. You've got to earn the spot. And then that's
I'm just gonna say what everyone's
middle
thinking.
ground.
I think they need to give you 5 slots again.
We earned our 5 slots fair and square.
We earned them all by bombing out of 2 majors in a row, obviously.
We didn't bomb out. We didn't bomb out one of them.
Well, we came 7 one of them. The last 2 majors we've came 8th,
the last 2 were
7th,
worse.
8th, 6th.
Yeah.
Like.
And the one where we came 6th instead of 7th was because we were on the same bracket.
Yep. To be fair, do you not remember what Bleed was doing at the last EWC? That team deserved to be there.
That's true. You never know what's going to happen with the
watching them skins at the division and then live on the flash.
And then lose.
And then lose, but they.
But it was such a good match.
Like, but they don't take 2 maps off Zeta and 1 map off Ents. Like for a small region team, that's like insane, no?
Pretty good. You can't argue with it.
Yeah, but then they would still get that in this hypothetical. They still get that chance through the last chance qualifier, right? They just need to beat a Timeless or something. And if they just beat Timeless, if they beat Timeless, nobody's complaining about it. Nobody sort of says like, "Oh, this doesn't feel fair. Or this feels like a token spot," because you've just beaten a team. Look, we're better than 4th place.
You've earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm happy. I was happy for like the players of the small region teams because it's cool as fuck, right? You have to go chill, but like none of them are there to be competitive, you know. None of the smaller region teams, except maybe Bleed. Like Hunter's team, Hunter's team was self-admittedly there on 0 scrims, just there for the vibes, which is sick for them. But for tournament integrity, not to be a nerd, but I don't know.
Look at this nerd with his tournament integrity.
Look at this nerd wanting a good Overwatch tournament.
You've been remarkably quiet in all this, Chris. We've called for the killing of several regions, and you've had no comment, nothing to add. Is he just AFK?
He's still on the sausage break.
He's still on the sausage break.
No way his sausages are taking that long. I managed to walk all the way to the shops and mine nearly cooked.
Actual disaster sausage. We crank this volume as we get closer. YXL fan. Different kind of sausage break? What team is 3rd after Team CC? It'd be Rocky Sports. So it won't feel like there's, you know, like even like CC at this event, right? Like it felt like they were a step below everyone else, but it didn't feel like massively egregious. Would Rock have done better?
Probably.
Maybe like closer games, but I don't know if we would have seen different results.
Yeah,
yes, it's probably
I couldn't see them winning, to be honest. If they can't beat Team CC, there's no way they were going to win any games, I think.
All right. Ilios, first
Winton
pick.
ban. Winton ban.
Who has... It'll be... Oh, yeah, it'll be first pick for Crazy Raccoon because it just defaults back to tournament seeding. Tracer ban in response. So they're going to stop the Tracer Farah by kneecapping the Tracer.
It's a pretty healthy way to do that, actually.
So they're going to play Diva. Are they just going to play, like, Echo Hit Scan? Genji
Echo
hit
Sode,
scan,
maybe.
maybe? Echo Sode, yeah. I guess
Sombra.
most likely.
Sombra. These Asian teams love Sombra.
Turn up the sound. I've got it on max and I've asked him to turn it up 3 separate times today.
You have your sound on max? I have mine muted.
Yeah.
I'm just not, I'll turn it up a bit. I'm not a sound head.
This guy doesn't even like sound.
Oh, man. Oh. No, I just love silence. That's what it, I don't hate sound, I love silence.
That's a good way to rephrase it. All right. Crazy Raccoon time. Bull time. Ilios, Ana Lucio, Farah, Ash, Sombra, Cass, so D.Va as well for Gooshway, so they're almost really playing anti-ball in a lot of these.
Chorong's just ran back to spawn and swap break.
He did this earlier. He did this earlier as well, where he would start on Lucio Ana, wait and see what they have, and then, depending if he felt like he needed it, he would swap to Brig instead. Basically, do I see a D.Va? Do I see that? This is
D.Va Sombra is like vintage Brig comp.
I mean, to be fair, this type, like, he does it on well as well.
Oh
My god, Gooshway's just at a mech. You'll see Gooshway live unbelievable situations on 4 HP on Winston every single time. But unfortunately, on D.Va, it's just not. It's just different, you know? So they're trying to counter the ball comp. This is a problem that every team needs to face, and a Crazy Raccoon unique problem of just how do you deal with the ball?
Yeah. Not to flex, but when we were in Korea, we just mirrored them and won.
Oh.
So maybe that's the solution every team should take. Just mirror jumping on ball, guys. You will win.
Yeah, obviously, if you remember, Nightmare did beat in this type of comp on New Queen Street, but they did it playing Winston and a Brig. Later in the series, other bans used. When Crazy Raccoon start with the Winston ban, your options much more limited. Leap now, leap, with this power position. Thank you, Frankie Tanky, for the 5 months tier 1 as well. And Crazy Raccoon. As continuous control, but now they have Nano. They got Bob. Might just be a Nano barrage here.
Dude, where did the fist cams go? What the fuck? That's fucked
Identities are being protected.
up. I love the branding on the map, dude. It just looks so funny. Like the massive
it.
blue
It's
one on
good.
the high ground. It is cool. I feel like some of it's a bit in your face, but
Want it to be in your face. They should do this for the
People
game.
are so ready to hit anything.
the one on the
Branding
dildo is good.
Bad. Don't like it.
Oh no, dude, I like it. I just... Oh man. The one on the dildo looks good. I like that one. The ones on the high ground are too colourful. I just hate colours. I just...
Colours, sounds.
You want?
The one on the dildo looks good.
Grayscale silence.
I'm just a big fan of
guy's
white
a monk.
noise. The one that, you guys don't call that dildo? That's like a
Everyone calls
Yozo
that
Of
dildo.
course,
call,
of
no?
course.
Yes, everyone knows that call.
Of course he likes dildos.
One thing I do like.
Alright.
Oh,
I say so. I think there's a Bob
Slow
on
it
point
off
as
the
well.
map.
See you later, leave. That's a quick retake for Crazy Raccoon. It's just going to be a die on point. Retake, EMP, self-destruct high noon. One of the problems you get when you play this sort of anti-ball version of a comp is when you just end up on D.Va Cass. 2 of your ults are just wank compared to most other ults on the board. But you can punish for ball, and they punish for balls, and that's that's the other side.
I bet they should have better point control as well. It's Crazy Raccoon don't have a flanker, but they've been struggling to control it.
It's for rotation that's the problem. Like you see, like get hit by the dynamite on the way through. Lip finds a trade. Can't seem to be able to keep Shy up long enough to actually impact the game. Another sleep onto Jumbin. Might be able to get the kill. Get the kill again. Still got control. To be fair, the fact that they just caught the ball twice in these situations, suddenly dealing with all these different angles without the ball is almost the key part in terms of how much attention and time and resources it takes.
Yeah.
Like Farah and Ash, you can
lives.
play around. You just not peek it, avoid the rockets.
Yeah. Once again, it's cooking up some deadly ults though right now. Like, never mind. This map's not looking winnable anymore.
Need a big bomb. Mug's throwing the nano
So
out as well.
They've blown the nano, they've blown the bomb, they died with noon. So I start talking about their old advantage.
Mew nearly has
Rally.
Rally.
Nuclear.
If he can get it off, they can push us. The problem is it's now Bob, Nano Barrage on point. Guxue needs to mark for Bob.
Oh.
It's a Nano Bob! Grow up, crazy Raccoon. Nano Bob on the point. They lose Shu. Can't touch.
Oh, Shy just went like Shy just started jaywalking down man.
As for he kind of has to do something, you know. He can't like.
Yeah, I guess.
He has to sort of help the point fight or threaten backline or see if he can get a dig on Viana just to force a bit of a TP, something like this. But
Yeah. Has CR ever lost on that point? Maybe not.
the what you need is Ruins is your most winnable map, so you just need one
Yes.
of these. Okay, go to Ruins now. This is your best map. Or best sub map, I guess. Anna, Brig, Diva, probably going to go Sombra again. Shy's going to play Ashe this time. I mean, he was having a hard time
Yeah.
with just for range disadvantage on Lip. Again, we're going to have issues where like Shy getting into position is going to be hard. But at least we got equal spaces first fight. The retake will be the hardest for Shy.
Yeah, I mean Junbin just takes so much attention, right? Like once again DPS have to just stare at Junbin so much. He's currently losing a Wrenchel to Shu. But it just means the Crazy Raccoon DPS is so free because Shy isn't shooting them.
Yeah. But now, actually, Shy's a decent angle. It's actually, this map compared to the last one, it's easier for the Ashe, harder for the Pharah.
Oh.
I lied to you. It's easier for the Pharah, harder for the Ashe. But if you just get a bit of help
Anna
from
is
Shu
actually
on the
the best
way. Yeah.
Anna might be
And
the
the
best at
nades,
scam on this
the
map.
nades great too. Stagger is going to be very long. Yeah, advantage for Crazy, or sorry, for once again, should be able to, they can leverage point, but then just magic pick across the map, nade connect from across the map.
Crazy Raccoon just have so much pressure on point. They have Farah, Ashe, Anna, Mauga! No way KSA leaves and we get a Mauga map war. We need him back.
I was sort of expecting
this
Leaf
is
to go
wraps.
Genji with this or something. Yeah.
This map is pretty much over, I think.
Shy's gonna get slammed. Suzu, coach got away. Jumping immediately on the DPS still. Leave, beamed out of the sky. She was like, oh, I don't know, probably top damaging this Ruins actually. He's just doing so
Probably.
much across the map.
And
Not
the
close
that's
to
the
any
shoe
ults.
spot, right? Everyone
Yeah.
knows the shoe spot. He's just sat there getting break packs and no one can damage gap. No one can damage gap him at that range. Imagine he picked the headshot perk. He'd actually be deadly.
Yeah, the way Toronto dealt with this is they played Diva Genji back at maybe it was Stockholm, and they would make the rotation through right hand side by hook or by crook.
Yeah.
And then they would force point and they send Sugar Free just to take that one-on-one with Shu. And if he kills Shu, great. If not, at least he occupies him, right? It's not a straightforward.
Yeah.
But also back then they were playing Lucio Anna as well, which just makes Shu a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah.
If once again we're smart, would they put Liga in predicting the Winston ban? You have to do roster before bans, so they would just see Ligas in and save for Winston ban. So you saw
The 5-man
stock
roster
both
buff is
ways.
actually insane in current Overwatch. Like, it's really hard to have a specialist these days. Because, like, you can play Guxue, but you're basically just down to lose as soon as Winston. Maybe not if you're on certain times, but, like, I feel like this map is unwinnable, you know, from draft. Like, is once again ever beating Crazy Raccoon on this map without Guxue Winston? I don't know. Maybe, but that's the downside of having a specialist, right? Is you kind of need to try and gamble on some maps with not having them on their hero.
Only Twitch for the drops as well, for people asking as well. So, need both if you want the drops. Or just Twitch. Wino Doom. It's really hard hero.
Terrible
Into Anna
hero.
Brig, it's really hard. And there's other heroes that do the same job better. Hazard, Winston, Diva all fall into this category. Ball as well, if you're good enough at Ball. Does Guxue have a Ball in his pool? I don't feel like I have any strong memories of watching Guxue play Ball. I feel like what's probably happened is every time there's been a Bull viable map, it's also a Winston viable map. So Gushway has never felt the inclination to swap.
He's like a Monkey Doom, Ryan Hazard type of guy, right? Guess he can pull them out right if needed. He used to get back on Ryan. That was like his hero in GOAT. He's actually dominating on it.
Can you ask? I'm not sure Chris is here. Chrissy, are you back from the sausage break?
Hello?
Got a question for you.
Alright, mate.
These Koreans have been talking about you.
Yeah, I saw a little
Did
bit.
you see? Yeah, so people saying in the Overwatch Uni translation. I've not seen it. What's for TLDR?
I don't know. I don't know. It was some. I don't know. Smash was saying some map they wanted to play dive against us to prove that they could beat us on dive. I don't remember when it fucking was.
Oh.
But I think the general consensus was that I can't coach dive. I think was the main back and forth bit of fun that they were having, you know. But you know, that's what you gotta to do with that shit, you know. haters are always gonna be there, you know. But you gotta turn them into your motivators, you know.
As someone who lost who's lost both dive mirrors to TU in our official, I'm inclined to agree with Smash. It's fine. Dive isn't a real comp. It's definitely not being played on 80% of maps in this tournament.
I mean, I'm just saying the Malga team's in the upper bracket final, so riddle me that.
I'm riddled. I'm riddled right now.
Where do once again take Crazy Raccoon where they have clear advantage? Just anywhere they can play the Kiri Lucio Winston, and it's kind of like, because I feel like we've not seen them pick route so far once again, if I remember right. So I feel like actually the route is too anabrigable. So stuff like the Esperanza probably falls into the category. Esperanza is actually a really good pick as well because it stops these bloody Crazy Raccoons picking New Queen Street. Oh, hold on, I'll get you some preds up as well. Suravasa? Do you have to ban Ball here?
Nah, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think Ball is scared for in a Winston world. I don't know if Ball's that good, especially if you can protect one on a break.
Nah, this is why I work for once again, and you don't.
Fuck! God, Winston's just so hard at the ball. Clearly.
I think Ball's a good, it's good on Suravasa. I don't know if this is the optimal, right? Like, I think, again, we go Esperanza, we ban Ball. This feels like we take a scarier one away. Maybe you gamble a little bit. Crazy Raccoon are just now New Queen Street shy after they got the Kuffa treatment on that one.
I'm back with my sausage sandwich as well.
Sausage break is over.
Mine was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
What sausages did you have?
We did M&S sausages, you know.
Cumberland?
I don't know, it was something like outdoor bread bangers is what they call them.
Fucking hell.
Outdoor bread bangers? I think I watched that movie once.
Yeah, it was. So this they called me and the boys at school. That was our little nickname. Little BBs.
Yeah, unbelievable. People are saying once again 72% favourites. A rare Crazy Raccoon value bet.
I'm sure.
Is Astro in Riyadh right now? No, you can tell he's not in Riyadh because he was able to go to the shops and get sausages and get back. And
he
didn't have to drive 8 miles and to get to the next place. Baraban in response from Crazy Raccoon? Does nothing, surely. I guess a few people play on first fight here. Maybe, once again, aren't one of those teams. But, Alright, Crazy Raccoon have regained their position as favourites in the odds now. Can I swing it back the other way in these last 10 seconds? Keep manipulating these markets back and forth. Is Majid ever going to play? He's probably got about as much chance as playing for these two teams as he does for Falcons, so we'll have to wait and see. Alright. We've seen, this is going to be, we're not going to see Kellen versus Jumbin to give ourselves the, well, again, to see our test, but we saw what Gushway did to Kellen. Will he do more to Jumbin? Less to Jumbin?
Jumbin's gone the wrong way out of spawn.
Where's my bug? And Shoes just kills anyway, man. Like,
for fuck's sake. That's such a Crazy Raccoon first fight. My Winston walks the wrong way, but then Shoe gets a magic pick across the map.
He's so not logged in. He's just walked the wrong way out the fucking door.
Look at the old charges, man. Like 5-7, and then Shoes just chilling on 30.
Unbelievable. Good news is, die so quickly, have another go at this. Monk will be back in time, surely. Maybe have to give first flip, but they can take a quick fight at least. We have a Curie advantage.
Fast Curie. He's actually not even that far ahead, considering he instantly killed him. She was just so dinky.
Rail's a miss. Trying to really fight in his side instead of prove a point. Losing it as well. Gooshway's taking more damage. Might actually allow Monk to catch up on his Kitsune rush. They're trying to push for HP advantage now. Jumpin goes again. Jumpin's awfully low in that bubble. Found the kill though. Oh, found 2 kills. Monk is trying to flip point. Back just in time.
Not quite.
Dangerously close to last fight here as well. Hold on, did I update the title or did I totally forget? We're in a totally forget world. Ooh. Alright, locking back in. They're going for it. Kitsune Rush, Suzu. Gooshway's 1 HP, has to jump out.
So
you has
low.
beat. We need to do it now. Catches everything.
No
Doesn't
way,
catch
they
Monk.
go for this.
Strong matches beat. Monk dies, didn't get that beat during all of that. Leave needs kills like now. That's 1. That's not enough. They've lost everyone on the way in. Second kill needs to touch the point as well, maybe.
No supports.
Oh, Gooshway's there. He nearly has primal. Oh, he doesn't. Oh my god, he had. Oh, he doesn't get it off.
That would have been
if he had done that.
Yes. If he got primal right there.
He's just a soul world hunger to win. He's a kill 2, touch point, kill 3. he's doing it all.
Alright, on it, yeah, 0.5% away from glory. These are the maps once again need to win though, right? This is the mirror they want. This is the matchup they want. Lip's going to start with overclock. Gooshway straight on top of that. Shy with a later overclock. Both Winstons have primal in all of this. Now Gooshway pops it, trying to separate the Sojin. Doesn't quite find the juggle. Pressure onto Shu. Does Shu have TP or did he TP to the Sojin? Oh, Gooshway's too low to follow it up, but they have killed Heesang.
100 health left. Manages to get out.
Never in doubt. Now Gooshway with next bubble. Just forcing objective. First flip. Can go on the next bubble in 5 seconds if they want to. They do still have I mean, they don't actually have player advantage. Leaf's dead before the fight. Bubble in, defensive bubble from Gooshway. Oh, they're just dead before anything happens.
Don't really know what happened there.
Yeah, it seems weird.
We're like they're lining up to take a neutral and then there's just 2 people dead.
Yeah, everything else was pretty dead even, right? Everyone got their cooldowns back, everything.
Yeah.
Nothing was forced. Oh, okay. All the magic picks are going Crazy Raccoon's way. Kitsune rush advantage now. Slight beat advantage from you, actually. Oh, they found leave. There's no way out of this room.
This is a long chase. This is a long way away from point to be going for a tracer.
They go in for it. Are they rotating to point? Oh,
They get it.
They're not super quick. Oh, wait, no, Goochway's there. Jumbin's gonna try and contest. He's booped. They don't get the flip. Kitsune rush trade now on point. Mew has for faster beat. Pulse bomb out. Goochway needs the beat right now. Gets the beat right now. Jumbin, no beat to respond with. It's just 2 support ops versus 1. They get it in the end. And that's all comes down to the question:
a little bit too far.
How far is too far to chase for a guaranteed kill?
I think they just really had to stabilize. They could have given flip and then just decided to win the fight later in a 5v4, but they were just desperate not to give it over.
Yeah, have to win this. Don't get a retake really here once again, so they need to find a way to win this. Beat push from Chorong there. Always a disengaged build team once again. Shy's going to have a real hard time with this disengage. Gets caught out. Traded for Lip, though, just as he got overclock. Chance for Goochway, half HP, main source of healing gone. Needs for Primal if he's going to clutch, 99%. He's got for Primal, Mew's got a kill. Clutchable for sure if Goochway feels it. Primal's going. Oh, booped off, they get the flip. Leaving Goochway going on it now, but he needs kills with this. Yeah. Flip isn't enough. He needs kills. He's going deep. He's forced for Suzu out. Really wants the kill. Bubble. He's gone all in on this. He's not going to get anything. They full peel it. Jumbin is only popping his Primal right now. Walking forward with overclock. And Shy has overclock soon, but yeah, points already gone.
A lot of ults used there from Crazy Raccoons though, so once again should be good for the next point.
You think so? With 5 billion ults.
We'll see. It could be a miracle stick from Heesang right here. Get it on Shy right as he clocks.
I reckon he's gonna miss the pulse, but someone's gonna die anyway.
Up against it now.
Well, there you go. Oh well, prediction 1. Oh what?
Right, you missed the pulse. You were right.
Yeah, prediction 1, and Monk got magic picked.
It's a monkey paw situation. I need Heesang not to hit the pulse in his next fight. This is looking rough now. 2 rounds down.
Yeah. Looks like Raccoons just have slightly better tempo. All the magic picks going for them. None for once again.
All the fights feel so dead even as well, so just these small things like opening pick, but now
like one rail
bit of magic,
Heesang.
bit of magic will do it. Overclock now, they're going to Kitsune rush first actually. Shu mirrors, beats available for both. Chorong commits to it, Mew has the later beat. Overclock going as well, going to burn through this Winston. Trying to push forward for more high value targets if they can.
Everyone press
Body
Q.
shot onto Chorong. Jumbin's 1 HP behind. Jumbin just going a different way there. Tried to jump through to avoid everything. They're keeping it contested though.
Right there. Just win that fight off having the extra clock. Heesang dancing around a little bit.
Yeah, 62%. Not much room for error anymore for once again. Primal available. A little bit quicker, and Jumbins obviously did pop it a little bit earlier too in the previous fight. But now we're going to see the reverse situation when Lip will have overclock for this as well. Doesn't quite get the opening pick. Oh. They're all over Lip. Goochway's going to do it, but Crazy Raccoon, they've disengaged. Can he find anyone?
Disengage.
Yeah, Goochway's trying to find... I mean, forced to try and find something,
it's just
but
so hard. You're 1v5 in there.
Oh, wait!
Oh!
Out of nothing.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
Lip just on the widest off angle possible. Everyone else in his team's trying to go to point.
Now Jumbin with the Primal, takes down Shy. Leave has the pulse. Can Jumbin find more? He's kind of equalised it. Lip's going to be back a little bit quicker. Jumbin giving Goochway the Kellen treatment. Not quite. Back on point. Leave dies. Doesn't invest for pulse. They're going to play for a retake. Need to be careful stagger kills right now. Lee's going to die. Goochway back jumps one more.
It's so late.
Yeah, Crazy Raccoon should keep going. I know the spawn's right here, but...
Oh, they have all the ults. They just... Crazy Raccoons need to find a way to fight off point. Actually, they've got... It's pretty even.
It's so easy. I mean, but they can still take the fight off point. It's so hard for once again. Yeah. Because Leaf... Look at Leaf.
The tracer. It's so hard for Leaf to touch right now.
Someone else has to get the touch. Yeah, Goochway's there, but he's separate from all the others. He gets beat. He gets beat. Don't know if there's enough. He needs more. Leaf can take over the touch. But it's just every ult.
Yeah, it's so hard to touch in these situations. A clock gets to one point that you have to run into. Just disaster for them.
And that is
Crazy Raccoons are back.
Some mercy, dude. Give me a 3-0 so I can go to sleep. I'm like fully asleep in my chair. It's so bad. I mean, what do once again even do now? They're just gonna go down swinging on the monkey mirror now. Maybe try to get some Anna Brig going, but
I've seen enough. 3-2 once again. Lemon has seen a bit. He's peered through all the obvious factors and he's seen the truth. What level of what theory are we using to explain these CR power swings?
Locking in.
Just lock in it. Yeah, a chance. Also, sometimes what happens as well is you have like a bad loss. It will sharpen your fucking focus for the next game, you know? It's probably also true that the matchup is nicer for them in terms of just taking this mirror. Classic slingshot. Alright, I'm being told. Actually, they said on stream that any team, regardless of region, can qualify to last chance qualifier. So it might not be 4 from EU. How do you qualify then? I guess is the obvious follow-up question.
Yeah, I don't know. X, what's your thoughts on Avril calling the Nightmare win the biggest upset in Overwatch esports history?
In Overwatch esports history?
That's what Avril said. He said the only one close is London versus Atlanta.
There's got to be some sort of recency bias going on right here.
Actually, yeah. Isn't
I mean,
actually...
what else is there apart from those two?
Isn't the London Spitfire original playoff run, like, the most outrageous upset in the world? Because they win the entire tournament.
Saudi Arabia winning the World Cup.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
That's got to be the biggest upset ever.
Is it?
Yeah, actually, going into that tournament, did anyone even have Saudi Arabia on the radar as contenders to win the tournament? Or was everyone talking Korea, China,
It's just
No.
Korea,
America?
China.
Korea,
Yeah.
China, America. But, I mean, Crazy Raccoon is the best team. Maybe one, like, top 3 teams in Overwatch history, no? Maybe that's recency bias, but... Like, I don't know.
They were top of EMEA. Yeah, but EMEA contenders, right? We're talking about the top of contenders team
That is
upsetting,
that is a contenders team,
upsetting
actually, that's
Overwatch,
true. Yeah.
beating
Overwatch League
established
champions.
Overwatch League champions.
Okay, but here's a hot
So,
take.
yeah,
Did
I think-
Finland, is it not Finland versus Korea? Is that not a bigger upset? No?
And Saudi Arabia. No, because China beat Korea in that very same tournament, no?
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
So I think Astro's right. I think it is the Saudi Arabia one.
Okay.
Alright, I gotta go, boys. But you guys do me a favor and you have some fun, okay?
Will do, mate.
Alright,
You
thank
For
you,
too.
you,
bro.
Chris? I mean, Crispy won't, but
Thanks.
we'll try our best.
Alright, I appreciate
No,
it.
I'm here. I'm dialing in for the last map. I'm sitting up.
Alright, I'll see you guys
In a bit.
tomorrow, I guess.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
I've just seen a shout. Yeah, I'm seeing Trick Room versus Shock shouts. But I feel like the
It's,
stage was a bit too small. I feel like
Yeah, and that's because that's the
The
only
small-
sort of, even though that's the only thing going against Nightmare, or one of the bigger things going against Nightmare is it was like an upper bracket semi-final, which is a pretty important stage.
But
it's not the grand
It's about
final.
the importance of the match, not when it
Yeah.
is, you know?
Because that's
Yeah.
why I think the London Atlanta Rain one, while it was at
Really
playoffs,
important.
but while it was at
Saudi
playoffs,
Arabia
it was
also
really early on.
quite important.
Saudi was in grand finals. I feel like you
But
can
that's,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like
And
our
semi-finals.
win over Atlanta
Quarterfinals.
was actually still quite early on in the tournament, or in the bracket, right? So it was still a major event on the biggest stage, which puts it above like Trick Room versus Shock or whatever. But it's hard to combine that to an upset in the grand final.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Route 66 picked.
Or of the same, right? I guess they could Anna Brig if they want.
Give me a Lucio ban. There you go. Prediction dropped.
Ooh.
I've
So
still
they
got
want
it.
to play Anna Brig, then yeah.
They've abandoned Lucio Curry,
Crazy Raccoon
So what's a
of
Crazy
views for
Raccoon
Winston
ban?
ban.
so they
That's
have to ban DPS. They might just, yeah, Soj.
Decent enough, right? Lip will go Tracer, Heesang will go Farah or Echo, and then just put Shy in a play Ash, play Cass
They might-
situation.
They might just mirror Monkey and a Brig with Ash. I feel like they'd win that. Hot take, alert, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they'll pussy out of the mirror.
A Lucio ban here seems like suicide. I mean, not on the basis of the last map. Like, I think if you
No.
asked me at the start of it, I'd say you don't want to take, and it's what I was saying on Uncoachable, right? Of like, once again, don't want to take the Anna Brig mirror against these Korean teams. But if you take a Valkyrie Lucio and you've lost 3-0, well, alright, fuck it, it's time to maybe to try something different now.
Yeah, that's typically how that goes. I'd love to see I'd love to finally get some Anna Brig Monkey Mirror. I actually fuck with watching that. Now that Chris isn't here, I can finally admit that I actually really enjoy Anna Brig Monkey.
Unfortunately.
I'm a hater.
Grow up.
See, you guys are just so negative. You guys need some more positive energy in
Oh
here.
my god.
You lined that one up right from the start. You picked something that you knew you wouldn't like. you were so ready for it.
No, this is actually something I take great pride in. I am the drone Overwatch viewer that enjoys watching Anna Brig Monkey. That's me. That is actually
This
me.
guy
Except
is...
I enjoy watching it. I enjoy watching it in replay codes. That's my autistic interest, is watching replay codes. I don't like watching official broadcasts as much, but this is all on OPR, so it's the best I can do.
It's what do you call it? It's so different watching it. I've sort of noticed it a lot more since I've gone from coaching, where I'd watch exclusively replays. Even if I watched other teams' matches, I'd just boot up the replays. I'd never catch them, like watch for live broadcast, unless we just sort of like half watched them as a group, you know? But then watching the broadcast, I feel like I watch more Overwatch in terms of quantity. But I like take in less.
You learn so much less.
Yeah, like I just, you know, like
You can't learn from broadcast, I don't think.
Yeah, I have like a good breadth of knowledge in terms of I can remember results and comps from all these different places, you know? Like I can tell you that they lost the Anna Brigmer against Rock Esports or something, but I'm not going to be able to add like much in terms of depth. Yeah, you know, like I can only give you like the superficial one of, well, Weak Link Mew, you know? Felt like he was the one dying on all the jumps. Invariably, if someone's the one dying first on all the jumps, feels like they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, and I feel like if you actually want to understand how the game's happening and like why things happen, like so often on broadcast you'll just be like, oh, this guy just died. I don't know where he was on the map, what cooldowns he had. Like, yeah, if you want to actually understand how the game works, you have to watch it in replay form. So you have to see like every POV multiple times to actually understand how shit works, especially when you're playing with these supercharged Korean dive teams.
Yeah, Winston and Anna Brig in particular, or anything that sort of falls into that backline, frontline category. You have to watch.
There's just so many moving parts.
You have to watch every fight twice, because you at least minimum twice. Just
what happened in the front line? What happened in the back line?
And then there might also be a Sojourn taking an angle that triggers. You know, like you can.
Why is Lip just staring through?
He was staring at the wall. I think Chorong fucked the pedal up.
Yes! Yes! So derpy.
Winston Anna Brig, yes!
Right, can we sync up? Because I think I'm going to be ahead.
44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38.
Nice, I'm good.
37. Beautiful.
W.
Cass as well with this choice of Winston and Anna Brig, so Cass may be a little bit more stable. What this really means as well is like Winston's lives are at a fucking premium. There's so many things that can go wrong for the Winston on the jump. So it's going to be...
I'm just soy jacking at my screen right now.
It's going to be less of a Winston pop-off and more of a, like, the Winston who makes less mistakes is going to win.
Oh, Chorong, dude. That was a nice flank until it wasn't a nice flank anymore. There's your pro tier analysis for all of you at home. It was a nice
flank until he died, and then it was shit.
It was a nice flank until he forgot to bash out and just let the monkey cut him off.
I mean,
if that monkey if he predicted that jump and bashed out, it would have been insane attention value. But no, he's an idiot.
It's interesting. Neither team's opting for Ashe here. I feel like Ashe on this map would be so much better. It's
especially
a little bit too long for Cass. Like, look at these Casses. They're just tickling each other from across the map.
Shit.
What a nade!
Nano comes in.
And
the sleep.
He's just too good, isn't he?
He walks into a nade, but it's also just fine.
He
traded late.
Hold on.
Lee's got two.
Leave is... No, he's dead. They
had
Nano Chorong somewhere. Yeah, they had to Nano Chorong somewhere in the middle of that as well.
Yeah, that's a really good trade. So this retake is on. Slow back from spawn.
The retake's
it's a shame that Leaf died first. Last, I mean.
They buy time with the noon, they build the rally and the primal for point. Bro, I just love fan the hammering.
He's got the right click perk.
He's got the right click
perk. Oh, the nade's huge. Nobody dies from the once again backline off that nade. Keeping it contested.
It's just a Mew sweep right there.
Or Leaf wants to look for backline. Recall force. Primal off. Jumpin's got him on the run. Mew is fine. High noon. He slept! Oh, the cap
It's
goes
just not enough
through.
damage, is it?
Yeah, the
Aw.
cap goes through. Oh, they
Oh,
actually
they
could
were
have
winning
won
the
that
fight as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were already
Goose Way has
touching for
Primal,
so
they've
long.
got the touches. Yeah.
And even though Jumpin doesn't die, he's 1 HP on the way out there, right? So once again, just like leave Brig on point. Just to mark it, can take a step forward.
That was it right there. I think the odds of a full hold are so high once you win that fight, but just a cheeky little C9.
Primal advantage now. She and Monk both nearly have nano as well. Chance to poke their way out. Oh, just good for it. It connects. Still has recall
Every
as
time
well.
on Shy's POV, he's just right-clicking.
Yeah.
It's broken. It's actually
I've not seen him left-click yet.
Bro, how's
Goose Way
just...
somehow has killed Shu across the other
Has-
side of the map. Is he gonna go
Has
for
to live.
more?
Has to live. Thank you to Big Yak as well for the Prime 10 months. Nano out onto Mew here. He's been allowed to walk out, but
Not really doing a lot with it.
yeah, I mean we've got the space, but is it worth? There's not a
And
lot
they're
of
walking
ults
back
now.
now. That
Barely a
was a fun
reset.
little adventure they've just got on.
And Jumpin's
They
on
get
him.
caught on the way back as well.
That's where you would have liked a
That is
defensive
tough.
nano or something. Gooshway still manages to find a trade. Gooshway's killed
Another
2.
trade.
They'll get a recontest here. Gooshway's still alive behind with
And he's
Lee
living,
as
they
well
can't
here.
chase him.
It's just sickeningly good at Winston, really. Like,
He's going for Shu as well. He's got the
He's
sleep.
gonna-
He's got the sleep out.
he's in a
Leaves
really awkward
underneath.
place for the fight, though. They're
Oh,
gonna kill
Shu
this
tosses
guy.
for pulse bomb.
No, no.
As Shu
They're drawing
He's
every
just
eye,
too
though.
clean.
can never
Oh,
pulse
Mew
Shu.
missed his fucking whip. They almost got a free retake, but Mew missed his
Oh.
whip.
Got it.
Oh,
High
he's
noon.
alive.
Oh!
Is he alive?
He's alive.
Oh,
He's killing.
stop.
Ends up
I
being a
don't know what's
trade.
going on.
Sleep onto
Hey,
Jumpin.
get right
Sleep onto
clicking.
Jumpin.
Hey, get
Rally
right clicking.
advantage. Sharong.
Get right
Right
click.
click
Get
is
right
Winston.
click. There you go.
Jumpin's one. Lee's got the trade. Ah, that's too much, I think. The later rally.
Using 2 ults to counter a primal, it's kind of hard to lose when you do that, I think. Kind of hard to win. Sorry, hard to win.
Yeah, well, Jumpin gets for good separation, so they end up having to pop both ults,
Yeah.
both sides trying to live.
Then you still get
And that's-
exposed as well.
It's all Shu just like pre-fight dodging all of the Monkey Tracer cooldowns so he can just be free for the rest of the time. Just do
The same
infinite
even
work
with
on
that
point.
pulse bomb as well. Like, yeah, I don't know. He's just,
Yeah, he's just dodging so much. I mean, when you're playing
Look
against
at him go,
Goose Way
he's
Leave,
just-
like you have
He's
to
just
hit
fr- he's
everything
just-
against
he's
Goose Way
actually-
Leave to win this.
just as we've said it, he's missing sleep there. Now the primal in the corner.
Oh,
We've jinxed
that's
it.
it. If you miss one cooldown, it's just
Yeah.
it's over.
I think this was kind of some of the original idea, right? Of like when you play this version of a matchup, Shu and Sharong versus Monk and Mew is gonna everyone
Yeah.
versus Shu feels like a mismatch anyway.
Yeah,
And the
taking the
backline
anime
grab
with
is
Shu always feels bad.
hot take.
Nano in.
dropping
Double
a truth
nano as
move.
well.
Turing super split.
Defensive nano onto
Interesting.
Sharong, but it's Lip who's won. But somehow no
Somehow
kills.
Monk's dead.
Oh, everyone's dead.
Just
He's actually done
just
so
give me
much
all
in
falling
this.
apart.
Give me a replay code. I need to see this in slow motion 5 times over.
We need to watch that one
before-
4 more times to film. Because Lip was 1 HP naded. Was it Shui was naded as well? No kills in all
Yeah,
of that.
Chorong's super split.
Junbin was just asleep, and then Monk just like got one clipped or something. Oh, pulse block. Good shit, Mew.
Alright, yeah,
Mew
execute
jump-
onto
jump
Jumpin'
Jumpin.
in.
dead with Primal just
Junbin
didn't
dead
get
with
his cue.
Primal.
Was he slept?
I think he got
Or was it-
slept. Yeah, he got slept. Sleep high nooned, or then right clicked. Obviously.
Yeah, I feel like we've not seen it because it always keeps happening off screen. But Hisang's actually done so much in so many of these dives, even if
Yeah.
like, it doesn't go cleanly for him. He's finding these trades. He found that trade in the previous fight. It's the pulse bomb on the brig beforehand.
This is the problem with this comp is that every POV is important. Oh, and Monk is.
Ooh, you missed your
It's just
sleep, you did.
two kills on a neutral dive. Rally coming forward.
Yeah.
They have ults for
Feels
the
like-
retake.
Once again, this backline just can't live. It feels like they're just dying to every dive.
They're getting stuck in really awkward positions as well.
Yeah,
Like, on
like-
second, the way
When
they die on
Monk's
that
dropping
bridge
there.
is just like,
Yeah.
it's just so bad.
Like right there, they're 90 rally, and they just die to a dry hit, you know? Like,
But look where Monk was.
Monk's looking for an aggro.
where
Yeah.
he was
he
dropping
dropped,
to, right?
Also,
He's just dropping in main.
Breaking news: Shu is wearing a chain. So this is so far away from Chris theory right now. The guy
Like
with the
the
chain
expression.
is the best player in the server.
Okay, but Gucci also has his ears pierced, so he's kind of balancing it out pretty hard.
Yeah, but he's also really good at Winston.
Yeah, it's hard to argue
Holy
these
shit,
other
maybe he's
two
onto
players
something.
holding back their respective teams.
He's
Yeah.
on-
Weak link spotted. I'm spinning.
That is valid. That is valid. Maybe the players with the most drip. The players with the most drip drop the best games. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, Kev also wears a chain, I'm pretty sure.
Kev does have
And he
the
loves
drip.
fashion.
Wait.
Yeah.
But is there like a break-off point here? Was Kev always like this? Or did it come after he had already established himself as a top player, you know? If you start with the
Kevin's
drip,
always like this.
like
I reckon it
you
came
need
after.
a pre-drip or post-drip, a pre-drip success or post-drip
You think
success?
Kev, before moving away for all, was like dripped out? Maybe he
Somewhat.
was.
I never met him
Yeah, but Lenny's pretty dripped out and he just lost, so and Seeker. Lenny Seeker's like the most dripped out DPS line. And they just kinda got
Yeah,
skinned.
they just take it too far, you know. They spend too much time with the expression. You're allowed like one chain or one piercing.
You're
and
right.
That'll do
Okay,
good
I-
things for you.
Bro, I rock 1 chain and 3 piercings. I might be cooked. I might have gone too far.
It might be over.
It's not-
3 piercings might be way too many.
What you have to understand is actually it's not like just a yes or a no type thing. There's a curve, and it just depends where on the
like a
curve you are in
spectrum.
terms of
Must be
Mew
pretty
is
far on the
He's
spectrum.
dead.
not a great start.
Just dead.
He sangs another one for him. He's going to
Might-
try and
the
It's
New
looking
World
sharp
Order
for
might
all
be
charge.
done.
I thought this game would be way closer, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because Raccoon they've just dialed in, I guess.
They've got the matchups they want as well. Once again,
It's just SSG theory where both of these teams are monkey teams, but one is just a noticeably better monkey team. It's like the game gets pretty hard to win at that point.
Yeah, I'd say it's
screaming
mostly in the backline,
gap.
to be honest.
Backline,
Yeah.
I think that's always true. I think obviously if you have like such a gigantic Winston gap or something that your Winston is just one jump, one
Yeah.
die. But I feel like
This is
White
actually a
Winston.
backline comp. This is a
but the
backline comp,
backline
right?
comp is the difference maker, right? Because you make the same
Yeah.
argument, right? Of like, you know, why does Hambin get punished more than
Fielder
Jundin
had
does
Don-
against
Don Hack.
Falcons?
Yeah.
But it's like because
Yeah.
Fielder will hit just as many sleeps as well, you know.
Yeah, I feel like
But
that's
Yeah.
for sure.
like Fielder will hit a
Chorong's just
lot,
doing
but
so
she will
much.
hit more.
Yeah, like Chorong's 2xing on rally right now just for fun. Like he's been dying a lot less on average.
I'm
Yeah.
really confused. Both teams were just opting for the honourable cast mirror, and now they've just decided that Ash is better. Like, I agree
On
that Ash
both
is
at
better.
the same time.
but who didn't think about this the first time?
I feel like
This
once
is-
again it's just I don't know.
No,
I
this
feel
is
like Lip just picked Ash and once again shit their pants and swapped it in sport to Ash.
this is Carpe theory, no? Now I just have to play whatever hit scan the other hit scan is playing.
Yeah, and I'll
And
be
then,
better.
yeah, then I'll just gap them with my aim. Is so then I can't. And there's no, oh, their hero's better, their hero's different. Just need to
This
take
game
the
is
mirror.
done.
That was
Oh,
actually
shoot.
old fusion theory was just, if we're ever in doubt, just mirror their comp and just be better.
This game seems like it's over already, to be honest. Mew is building a 4-minute rally. Can't even get out of spawn.
Wait, Smash says
Oh,
go
big
top
nade.
and drip.
man. Huh?
Commiseration
Smash is dripped up.
Go top under it.
Yeah, as in get
But
to
she
the
just
top, then
every
drip.
nade. Yeah, every nade she hits, you hear it hit, and then you hear it hit again after it's bounced. It's actually insane. He
I
actually
hate
used
the
double hits
bouncy
every
nades.
nade.
Bouncy nades are so
It's so
dumb. Why is
hot.
Bob
It-
inside in a tunnel?
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
she was finally died without nano.
Ushway's found a kill.
He's, oh my god,
Somehow.
he's found a couple. They're
He's
still
found a
getting
couple.
traded.
He's going for more.
Oh my god, he's so good for red. He lives on 24
And he's out on 1 HP,
Oh,
but-
it's
oh my
perfect.
God.
It's perfect.
But
It's,
he loses the fight.
they lose about, they've gained 0
And what
meters
more
so
can he
far.
do?
How are you losing? How is your team dead? You've killed the entire lobby.
What more can he do, man? He goes in, kills 2, gets out, and then his team's just like cooked.
Alright, and that is
That's
all that effort has
insane.
earned once again an even position fight.
Well, they're down on ults as well. Oh, big
Rally
nade.
out.
Big nade. He doesn't get the heal from the nano.
Anna's both dead.
But
I'm
somehow
gonna be dead
misses-
now.
Mew misses his word.
No
Yeah,
backlines.
it's even. It's even. Both Winstons just absolute server admins at the moment.
Oh, and then
All on the
yeah,
DPS now. Yeah, and then Gooseway just alone. Where is my team?
the
Hello,
one-man army.
team?
He has to touch
Gooseway
as
is
well.
forward
second.
camping the
He
back line.
deserves to cap first, so he's going for
I
second
presume
point.
we
Wait,
capped
you
second
can't
off
even-
my play so
you can't
far,
even-
yeah.
Yeah,
You
like,
can't even
I
touch.
primaled 4 people. We don't have first point? What are you talking about?
You back on Kiri? Oh, they just
It's
can't
just
touch.
full on not touching.
Poor
Gooseway
guy,
had
man.
time to touch even, right? Because he was behind for so long.
Yeah,
He
but I
could've-
mean,
It would have been
He's
hard.
done-
They would have
he's
shut
done
the
enough.
fuck out of
he's
him.
done enough.
Ah, what a full hold, no touch,
Oh, I thought that was going to be way
no
closer.
response. It's a blowout,
Crazy
isn't
Raccoon.
it? Yeah.
Crazy odds on Crazy Raccoon not dropping a map the rest of this tournament.
Yeah.
Wait, they didn't drop a round against. They didn't drop a point. Was it 2-0 on Koff, 3-0 on Saravasa, full hold?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Full push as well. I get, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, they're quite good when they try. They just weren't trying against Nightmare, clearly.
Clearly.
I feel like Jake needs a box. You know what
We
I'm
need
saying?
to kneecap reinforce.
Yeah.
Nah, Rack, I'm getting off, man. Don't give me that rate. Don't give me the rate. I'm good. Actually, you gonna get people to play FPL later? I'm on break for a couple of days. I did a lot. I don't want to stream it anyway because my quality will suck. But I'll be streaming it soon. Once I move away in like a week.
You going back to boot camp or wherever?
I'm going to Riyadh.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yep. Oh, wait, you're not playing inside of E-League, no?
Not now who are used back.
No, but you didn't qualify.
Hey,
I don't think it's confirmed yet. I don't- I don't really care. I don't
He's
play.
just
so I don't-
in. Player does not care about Saudi E-League.
Whoa,
Breaking
print
news.
it! Print it! Clip it! Clip
Yeah, I
it!
think-
Headlines!
Clip
Send
it!
it to his boss!
Clip it!
I think we need to be. I think we need to win against Al Qadsiya. It depends what the tiebreaker is. I was gonna ask if you know, but obviously you don't. I don't know what the tiebreaker
I
is.
don't even know when my matches are or who I play against.
If it's
I don't know what the format is. I don't know when I'm going to Saudi Arabia. I just get told to show up every now and then, and I show up.
yeah, if the tiebreaker is map difference, we're gonna qualify. If it's head to head, we're gonna lose to Slay's team. Because right now we're even win rates, but we have more map. We have 3 more map diff, but we lost to them with Zox on DPS. So it kind of comes down. We have to win against Al Qadsiya, I think. So,
Yeah, you got that.
I don't got that. I'm not gonna play, but.
They are going to ban Winston. They are going to set things up for Junbin to play ball. They do it all the time.
You're an old man. You should have my shit together. Having my shit together
I'm saying.
is not knowing what the schedule is.
Yeah, it's worse
Those
if
are
you
the
know
same
the entire
things.
Saudi League
Yeah.
breakdown and schedule.
Yeah, if you actually know what's happening in the Saudi E-League, you're trying too hard.
I don't think anyone knows. Every
It has
scrim
its
There'll
is
be an
every
hour break, and I just hear Arabic arguing between my players and the admins, and then I
Yep.
just get told something at the end, and I'm like, oh, yeah, fair enough.
And then at the end
every
of it, you
scrim
can't
30
play
minutes
anymore.
late.
Yeah, apparently we got fined for being late or something. I'm like, how can you be late to a Saudi League match? Like, they don't start on time.
Yeah, that's impossible. You can show up to
They
everything at
can't
least
tell
20
you off
minutes
for being
late.
late.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's depressing. It's just such a time sink when it takes you 4 hours to complete a best of 5.
Yeah. See, I've just been playing other games while I'm waiting for the games to start.
I've been playing.
I've been on the
I've
new
been trying hard
RuneScape
FFA.
grind.
I'm a try-hard FFA guy. There was a guy in
You
chat
guys-
earlier who said he saw me in there. That's the best game whatever created.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, I saw you in try-hard FFA the other day." Yeah, that's a real one.
What happened to Lexa? He got involved in some drama and was kicked from the team, so that's why Mew got the call up.
Downgrade. Valid, but downgrade. I think Mew's better on Lucio, to be honest. I think Mew's Lucio hasn't looked bad, you know? I think the one
Well, I think-
Ajax, but
I think it's a big part of the reason why they're playing this version so much more than Vienna Brig.
yeah, I agree. You looked really weak.
And I think they've been off balance
On
this
break.
tournament, basically up until this point now. Talked about, them sitting in the dark room, kind of collecting
No,
themselves.
no more matches now. We're in the wind down stage. 3
So
matches
I'm-
tomorrow.
Godmother says, "Oh, it's going to be another Falcons Crazy Raccoon final." As if it was ever going to be anything else. We got a bit of hope for like a couple hours, and now we're just back to embracing Crazy Raccoons versus Falcons.
Definitely forward to them. I'm sure they're pretty keen to get their hands on some of those teams still lingering.
Yeah, I think it was really important for them to have an extremely dominant showing in this lower bracket matchup when they were facing up against that nation. But that is going to be all for today.
Today's your first day on PC, and I'm genuinely bronze. Just play more, mate. If it's your first time using mouse
I
and
get
keyboard,
it.
just play more. Yeah, like it'll just come with time.
There's nothing wrong with being bronze, guys. Here's a truth nuke. I was 1.2 KSR in my first season. You will get there.
That was his first season of OWCS as well.
Yeah.
Tough times.
1.2k in Overwatch 2 terms, it's like, well, 1.5k was where bronze ended, so I was probably like low bronze, like bronze 4 maybe. So just trust the process. And here I am on the Commander Extreme, so you guys can achieve your dreams.
Glow up.
Notably not at the LAN.
Yeah, but closer than most bronze players.
Just die. Just
Next season we'll make it.
One more loss.
When's the rerun?
I'm gonna call it.
Just, are you gonna call it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling it off the
Yeah,
RuneScape.
I'm gonna
GG.
go to bed.
Have a good night, Crispy. See ya.
Thank
Good
you,
night,
mate.
Crispy.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
sleep well. See, you'll be up in plenty of time for tomorrow's
I
game.
might be on tomorrow. I might as well get on tomorrow now. I've already committed. I might as well be up at 5 again. I don't see that time very often, so. Alright, good night, guys. Have a good day.
Good night. Oh. People want the RuneScape review. Alright, let me get out of here. Alright, so yeah, planning to do reruns. We can do a little bit of a preview of tomorrow. Lock in my predictions. Obviously, yeah, we're going to get this show match at the start, it seems. So the schedule's shifting again. So there's a show match at 6 AM. Is that 6 AM? What are these times in? 10 PM PT. Let me do some time conversion. 10 PM PT. What's that here? Where's PC? 10 PM. Yeah, 6 AM. Okay, so show match at 6 AM. Yeah, it's a show match between some of the players who some of the players have been eliminated. Bread, barbecue, or egg? It depends who's on the teams, mate. We'll have to see. Please, Stadium. Is it Stadium? I hope so. Yeah. You'll be on after the show match? That's fair. Yeah, I'll probably be up for the show match. Why not, right? Like, I'd already sort of planned to wake up at 6 AM. So it's really not the end of the world. Stupid to have at the start? I mean, it's just like a warm-up, right? It would be good to get the crowd all fully in as well from a, like, on-site logistical perspective. Get them all in, everyone there, ready for the run of 3 games. Now I wake up at 7 instead of 6. Yeah, there is an hour gap. So 7 AM schedule for Nightmare versus Falcons. And because it's a show match, I imagine they'll probably do a decent amount of work to make sure it's not going to overrun or anything massively. Someone asked what drama. I can't remember the exact situation, but it was something like harassing and pressuring a girl to drink more and unsavory stuff. So yeah, they kicked him. I'm sure if you Google it or like look it up on Reddit, there's probably like a thread with the full details or something. But yeah, not what's the word? Not surprised that he got kicked after that, really. Finals is first to 3. No, it should be best of 7 if I'm not mistaken. I'll do a little scroll on Wikipedia. Yeah, grand finals first to 4. Don't fall for the disinformation campaign. I've missed all the games today. Have you? You've missed a hell of a day. Guxue's actually been good for it. Impressive from Guxue. A bit of a nothing burger. I mean, once again, I've still had a pretty decent tournament, but I don't think Monk was anything special. The graphic on broadcast said first to 3. I can give you a cheeky check. Yeah, I'll check with them. We'll get to the bottom of this. They fumbled it against Falcons. I mean, yeah, if once again beat Falcons here, the chance to beat Nightmare is probably pretty high as well. CR in the lower bracket? Fuck, you've just woken up, haven't you, Zach? Ancient scriptures say CR trolled against Nightmare. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I worry about in terms of how this bracket is going to unfold, essentially, is have Nightmare sort of, they've hit the peak, and are they just going to lose comfortably now? I mean, I hope this isn't the case, but are we in a world where they just sort of get 3-0'd and then we get the final that was always destined to be? Likely. It just has this. I mean, this is quite common. Like, you see it in other games as well. You see it in other in traditional sports as well. If the way the bracket goes is there's a big underdog gets a big win, they then just lose the next time. Like they get their big upset, but they've not really reached a new power level as such. Not the same power level. If they don't reach a new power level tier, they just had a really good day. Like, they've had a really good set of performances, right? So then what happens is, over the long run, they don't just keep upsetting teams. They sort of return back to where they're sort of normal, or what people would expect their power level to be before. So I think that's a real concern, just because you see it so often when these type of upsets happen. But I mean, I'm happy for Nightmare. I was buzzing for them when that result went through. Couldn't believe it. And the fact that they get all this way, and they get this upper bracket final, confirmed top 3, even if they finish 3rd, even if they don't win a map tomorrow, what a fucking result. Ask if no one's bracket is accurate. No one's bracket is accurate anymore. Did he give it to the Koreans? Sunku. If you get a chance, go back and watch it. You will not be disappointed. Kufa gave it to the fucking Koreans. Thank you, Groovy, for the 5 months prime. W indeed. Didn't get his cock out though, did he? Where is this cock rumour coming from? It's unbelievable cock rumours. Alright, if you want my actual predictions, I am worried about the 3-0 day. You guys have got the quote, fuck. When will you drop the VOD? So YouTube VOD's going to be up immediately after I finish this stream, probably in like 10-15 minutes or so, maybe a bit less. Gonna go straight into reruns as well. I just need to set that up. Wait, let me just grab a drink. I'm actually desperate for the toilet. Drink, quick toilet break. No, quick toilet break, back, preds, and then we'll start the reruns, right? Oh, okay. Be right back. Oh, I'm back. All right. So, So yeah, I'm worried. There is that chance, of course. There is that chance that it's just a blowout for Nightmare and they can't live up to the heights of their performance today. But I like to live in hope. I like to, point my gaze upwards and forwards. So, let's do the Nightmare justification side of this. Nightmare. Pretty good matchup into Malga. Also worth noting, not just a pretty good matchup into Malga, but a pretty good matchup that isn't just what Falcons would have been playing a lot of. They will play Ram into it. They will play these different comps. They will ask Falcons a different question. Also, Nightmare can play the Hazard, not a strength for Hanbin. So they have a few ways to take some of these dive maps in a slightly different direction. Okay, so there's things they can aim for. They still have the Circuit Royale pick, which I don't think Falcons will feel all that great about. They have nothing to lose, because they've gained everything already. Everything here from Nightmare is a bonus, I'm sure we'll all agree. So, there's a lot of reasons to have some cope, I think, for Nightmare. There's a lot of reasons to have some cope. Does that cope get him over the line? Do Falcons inevitably end up just being good in the bloody clutch when it matters the most, even against once again, right? Like, fuck, did you really think they were going to win this map 5? Did you really think they were going to win this map 5? When Gushway baits out Hanbin's cage, and then they're going to take a fight on mid, and they have 3 ultimates on Esperanza? Did you really think Falcons were going to be able to win that situation against once again? Oh, Also might not play as well. Yeah, I think that's part of the reason you see... We talked about it earlier, and that was the idea that they might just, get blown out of the water tomorrow, just 0-6 or something, 3rd place. You see it a lot when there's a big upset in a tournament that they can't match what is, such a huge result. So yeah, in terms of predictions, where am I going? I think Falcons still win. The question is 1 map, 2 map. Maybe I go Nightmare or at least make a dogfight of it. Falcons will clutch it out. Bit of optimism in there, bit of Nightmare cope in there. I worry it might be worse. I worry I don't know how to draw a 3 as well. That's a little bit more like it. It's not my prettiest 3, but it'll pass. But 3-2 is what I hope for. And then, obviously, that means Nightmare go down to Crazy Raccoon. Nightmare will go here. Falcons will go here. You guys can still see it on the screen, can't you? Yeah, Falcons will go here. Again, not my greatest typing, but it's been a long stream. So then the question is, That's for Chad face. Do Nightmare repeat against Crazy Raccoon? I just think they won't. I don't know. I want to, but I worry we actually see the inverse of this. And it's 3-1 the other way. Maybe even a 3-0. And then CR into the final. I don't know. This is a best of 7 as well, right? And you guys know lower bracket theory, right? It's better to come in hot. It's better to come in hot to the grand final. So I actually think 4-2, 4-3 if we're lucky. Crazy Raccoon gonna do it. Is this a restream? Not quite, but the rerun is gonna start soon. People going 4-2 Falcons. That's a hard one to predict for sure. That's really hard. If Nightmare wins it all, I'm pulling my cock out. All right. Print it. Screenshot it. Locking that in. Consider this. Nightmare goes 7-0 tomorrow. An interesting counter theory. Who would have seen these 2 teams in the final? I mean, who cares? If they're the best 2 teams, keep putting them in the final. I have no problems with a great rivalry between 2 great teams. I'm happy to see that again, if anything. Watch these 2 teams play all the time. And we're good. It's boring? Why is it boring? Elite team versus elite team. They play good Overwatch. Quite often the series are actually really close nail biters, 5-mappers, 7-mappers, depending on format. I don't know. Need more conscription to to shake it up. You know, you can make the argument. Would it be better? Would it be better if we had all 8 teams at this tournament? They were all the same level as Falcons and Crazy Raccoon, and any of the 8 teams can win it, and who knows what's going to happen? Would this be better? Sure, but I don't think we're in a bad situation. You know, like what you also want. I mean, it's competitive. It's competitive integrity. It's competitive integrity as well. You want the 2 best teams in the final as often as possible. You want the teams to be rewarded. That's why the main reason people complain about single limb in these smaller formats is because it feels like often we get robbed of these matchups, right? So we get these matchups. Quite often at these tournaments, we get them twice. If Crazy Raccoon had done veg, hadn't been upset by Nightmare, we would have seen it today as well. Or sorry, we would see it at the start of tomorrow as well. Imagine if Crazy Raccoon got single eliminated. But yeah, I don't know. If it ends up being Falcons and Crazy Raccoon, I'm happy with it. I hope Nightmare can do something crazy. I mean, something crazier. They've done something pretty crazy today. If they could do something crazier, really happy for that. I guess we should maybe do a little bit. We've looked towards the future. We've looked towards what might happen tomorrow. We should maybe do a bit of a reflection. Maybe a bit of a maybe not a full post-mortem. I will do some VOD review streams next week where we can do a proper post-mortem, right? We can really break it down and maybe find a few fingers to point or a few copes to get ourselves out of. See where it maybe went wrong for a lot of these teams. What the difference maker was. But in terms of a brief post-mortem of what I think this means for the teams, I think for SSG, it's a weird tournament in the sense of they beat the team, maybe not a weird tournament, but they beat the teams we thought they would beat. Should have beaten Team CC. Thumbs up emoji. We lost to Crazy Raccoon. Expected. Shrug emoji. Then we lost to, once again, shrug emoji. In a like a respect, like the once again one again was like respectable enough, I think, especially. Could have won one of the maps, maybe could have won the Esperanza if played it better. Couple of key fights type thing. So yeah, so to answer the deep dive onto the tournament games, I'll probably do what I did last time after Stockholm, where I sort of look through it one team at a time. Like, hey, let's go watch Crazy Raccoon's games from this major, or let's go watch Nightmare's games, you know? Something like that. I'll probably prioritize, you know, more of the later games of the teams that have done quite well in the bracket. More than anything else. What was I saying? Yeah, so SSG always knew they were going to match up badly into, once again, and Crazy Raccoon, and even Falcons, in the sense that they don't have an alternate comp they really want to play. So they were just going to have to throw down on Winston Mirror eventually. And that if they ran into those teams, their chances would be limited. So I think SSG had a real chance to do better in the tournament, as in maybe not better in the tournament. Maybe they would have gone out around this point. But I really think they could have beaten Virtus Pro. Maybe even matched up nice to Falcons. I don't know if they beat them. But Virtus Pro, Al could see it. Even Nightmare, I think SSG will have a quite reasonable chance of beating. So I don't know what. There's not really too much useful information to take from SSG's results here, other than they're a worse dive team, and once again. But who isn't? Crazy Raccoon is the answer to that one, I think. But in general, yeah, probably a met expectations tournament for SSG based on the bracket they had. Virtus Pro also leave us today, go home. Are they in the same situation? Maybe the once again result probably feels the most disappointing, just because not that they lost. I think it's reason I expected these two teams to be close in power level, but the fact that they lost, no result. And then today, I mean, they beat OWCS yesterday. Cool, thumbs up. Did kind of expect that, but they maintained their spot as the best EMEA team. Then they could play Crazy Raccoon. They lose to Crazy Raccoon. I thought Crazy Raccoon is one of the hardest matchups to take. So, again, with Virtus Pro, we didn't see them play any of the North American teams. Didn't see them play much outside of two of the teams that have done very well in this tournament. So, SSG and Virtus Pro, I think I'm probably, I would say, more disappointed with Virtus Pro, just because there were some really weak maps in there. But really about the same. Beat who they should have beat, lost one of the 50-50 games, and then lost to a team we expect them to. Once again, also go home. I think this is a good tournament. I think the Rust narrative, well and truly dead, right? Anyone still believe in Rust? Anyone looking at these Rusty players right now? Anyone spotting a tinge of Rust? I think not. I think Rust narrative has been exposed and proven to be not true in once again's case. So happy with that. Obviously, the Falcons loss is the one that stings the most. The Crazy Raccoon one. Nah, he's not rusty. He's not rusty. He was always like this. Like, there's... I don't, you know... Like, I feel like there's always this danger now that when... what do they call it? I mean, this is what they call the spin doctor, right? You start one narrative and then maybe it spins out of control. But, yeah, it was expected to be. I don't think anyone was really surprised about this. Yeah, and even the expectation was he would look weaker in the Anna Brigg version of the mirror, and I think in many ways the fact that maybe some of it's for meta, but maybe we saw once again really trying to stay away from the Anna Brigg until they got desperate, essentially, against Crazy Raccoon. This is, like, that final map of once again's tournament here, that was the first time they're really trying to lean into Anna Brigg, if I remember right. So yeah, so I think once again, won't be upset with where they placed, based on the fact that they had to run into Crazy Raccoon. But I think if I'm once again, I'm looking at missed opportunities. A missed opportunity to win that map against Falcons, for sure. That was a winnable series. And pretty disappointed with the performance against Crazy Raccoon as well. You know, did I expect them to beat Crazy Raccoon? No. But I would have liked it to be closer if I'm once again right. At least go out swinging type stuff. But the gap felt just increasingly bigger and bigger. Though did always expect once again to match up better into Falcons than they would Crazy Raccoon. So I think kind of always expected that. Yeah, probably the big miss from this tournament is no EMEA or the North America competition. But sometimes the bracket happens the way it happens, you know? You know, would you sacrifice an NA versus EMEA game for that nightmare upset? Because that's essentially what we've done. Probably okay, right? I don't mind it. I'm happy with what we saw. If we could have had both. The matches have been good. The games today have been good. You know, this game disappointed at the end, but yeah, they can't all be hits. I think we've had a good day of Overwatch. Good day of Overwatch. And okay. Yeah. Predictions for tomorrow locked in. Same time tomorrow, if you want to watch the show match, 6 AM or BST, 7 CEST. If you just want to come for the first game, that'll be at 7 BST, 8 CEST. So, like 7.5 hours ago, that first match. 7.5 hours ago tomorrow, if that makes sense. So yeah, let me get these reruns set up. Then I can queue that up. I'll get the database and stuff updated. Sleeping Fruit Nightmare, so they win again. Oh, sorry, I missed it. What was that one about Crispy? Where was it from? 301. Oh my god, I've become blind. Crispy was a great co-host today. Really enjoyed having him here. Yeah. I enjoyed having all of our guests. Chris, Astro, KSA, all dropped on. Obviously, Crispy here the entire time, so more than happy. More than happy to have Crispy on. Hopefully, I mean, if he's gone to bed now, maybe he will be up for tomorrow. So, will on to be back tomorrow? No, probably not. It's one of the problems I think a lot of oh yeah, Danny as well. Sorry, Daniel. It was so long ago now, I forgot. Wait for the rerun now. Yeah, people will want to see the rerun. If people want to see Crazy Raccoon versus Nightmare, Korea getting slain, let me queue up those replays for you.